There is nothing else that can bring the best out of a man than his wristwatch. If you go out on the streets of New York, Milan, and Paris, the center of fashion around the world, you will see how a wristwatch elevates a look. We are not talking about plain watches, We're talking about Rolex. The Rolex. Welcome to Luxury Formula. In this video, we'll take a look at the top 5 Rolex watches. The time is ticking. Without further ado, let's begin. It is undeniable that Rolex carries a huge reputation with every stroke of the clock. The small business launched by Wilsdorf and Davis back in 1905 has now become a teller of one's fortunes. Among all the incredible pieces they have created, there are 5 that definitely stand out most. Let's begin with number 5, Rolex Submariner. The unquestionably the most popular Rolex model of all time, the Submariner. This was created as part of the company's sports program. The Submariner was created with scuba divers as the main demographic and inspiration. In 1954, it made its debut at the Basel Watch Fair. It was the first of its kind. The Submariner was designed to be waterproof until approximately 300 feet. With new technology, it now has the ability to withstand pressure from 1,000 feet deep. The Submariner name is part of the Oyster Perpetual lined together with no date, ceramic, in green. To this day, no one is quite sure which Submariner model was first released. In either case, previous models featured pencil hands, but it did not carry the logo of the Submariner. Majority of people attributed it to trademark problems at the time, but the watch was fine and is still viewed as part of the collection. Newer designs included minor alterations to the watch hands, for example, being replaced, but changes were focused on making the Submariner's water resistance improve. Rolex in 2003 celebrated the 50th anniversary of Submariners. To internalize this event, Rolex created the 16610 LV with distinguishing characteristics like the green bezel and maxed dials. The Submariner is possibly the most articulate among all the watches in the collection with polished automatic movement, date tracking, and a diverse bezel. The Submariner 16610 is scratch-resistant, making it long-lasting. The watch is sporty, but with a sleek appearance suitable for wearing to high-end events. Fourth on the wanted list is Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. The Rolex Cosmograph Daytona is a must-have for any motorsports enthusiast. The name will be instantly recognizable to racing fans. That particular model of Rolex has been available to the public since 1963. Originally created for race car drivers, the Cosmograph Daytona is now worn all over the world. When it comes to style, the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona is unrivaled. It also features the brand's most precise and dependable tachymeters. Because of this and the chronograph scale, the sports watch was originally intended for use by race car drivers and can accurately measure speeds up to 400 kilometers per hour. The watch is equipped with a Rolex 4130 caliber mechanical, self-winding chronograph movement. The less bulky design of the Daytona makes the movement more reliable than that of conventional chronographs. This allows for a larger mainspring to be housed in the same amount of room, increasing the power reserve to as much as 72 hours. The Daytona is one of Rolex's most well-known and sought-after models. To this day, it remains Rolex's best-selling man's watch. The design accomplishes the rugged, athletic vibe that Rolex aimed for. Watches with leather straps, multiple dials, and speedometers are not uncommon. There have been several limited edition Daytona pieces, including the Paul Newman Rolex. Such an item once fetched over $2 million at auction. All aboard sailors, we now have Rolex Yacht Master on the list. In 1992, Rolex added the Yacht Master to their collection of sport watches. This model's popularity soared soon after its release because of its sleek look and useful features. The second iteration of the Yacht Master line, the Yacht Master 2, hit the market in 2007. Both watches are waterproof, have easy-to-read numbers, large hands, and a 44mm case diameter. The chronographs on the watches are accurate. From 1992 onward, Rolex has been powered by the 4161 movement. The Yacht Master is still one of the Rolex most popular models. Possible explanations include the watch's unisex appeal and its wide range of styles and colors for both sexes. All Yacht Master models, with the exception of 11689, include a blue Cerachrom dial insert. The color platinum is the only one that can be purchased from the 11689 model. All Yacht Masters have a screw-down trip clock crown and a scratch-resistant sapphire crystal. The Submariner, like the Yacht Master before him, represents an unbroken chain of oysters. On all variants, the bracelet has an oyster pattern with 3-element links. The center link may be solid gold or gold plating, depending on the design. Yacht Master 1 used the 4160 caliber, however, the 4161 caliber was developed specifically for the Yacht Master 2. The 4161 is a chronograph with a programmable timer built in. We've set the timer for 10 minutes. This system was developed for regattas and features a lengthy 10-minute startup sequence. The 4161 movement, which consists of 360 parts, was crafted by Rolex over the course of 4 years and 35,000 hours of work. The 4161 caliber can store energy for up to 72 hours when the watch is not being worn. Down to the second best, Rolex President. In 1956, Rolex debuted their Day-Date line. Among the pieces was the first automatic, waterproof wristwatch. The Rolex President was the most popular model because of its classic and modern style. Dwight D. Eisenhower is honored with this timepiece bearing his name. It is available in a variety of finishes, including simple stainless steel for a sleek, understated design and sparkling gold for the ultimate look of Rolex elegance. Alongside the date, the Rolex President's dial features a full window for fast day readings. The Rolex President is one of the best watches Rolex has ever made, and its name is practically associated with the brand. The Caliber 3255, a next-generation movement developed just for Rolex, ensures that the President always performs at its best. The watch features 14 patents from Rolex and offers huge benefits to the company in the areas of accuracy, power reserve, and durability. Time to take pause and take in the Most Wanted Rolex watch. With its sleek design, the Rolex Datejust tops our list. Rolex has been creating and producing high-quality timepieces ever since the company was founded in 1905. One quality that is shared by all of their designs is the absence of a date stamp. This is symbolic of the business as a whole as well as the products that it offers for purchase. It wasn't until 1945 that Rolex presented the world with the Datejust watch, which is now regarded as one of the company's first breakthroughs. The Datejust is also the model that accounts for the majority of the company's watch sales. It is a perfect illustration of how Rolex watches can be worn by people of any age. Rolex's Datejust watch was the first wristwatch to have a mechanism for mechanical winding. The mechanism was introduced in 1945. One can choose from a variety of various coatings for the characteristic of Cyclops lens, which is designed to improve one's ability to see well. From our most wanted list, which one do you want to have the most? Do you have any Rolex watch to share with the crowd? If you want to watch more videos like this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel.